So the next idea that I've been floating around in my head for quite a while, and actually I'm doing it, is this problem of how to send a strong message to those people who, in a political sense, supposedly represent us, represent our interests. And there's many ways of doing this. Call them on the phone, send them emails, write them letters, go to their office and hold signs and chant and march. Been there, done that. Number one, boring. Number two, doesn't work. They're corrupt. They have a false dependency. And they're not being supported by us. They're being supported by corporations, and whatever deep-pocketed interest group has them hanging around. But the one thing that I've never heard, and maybe some of you have, and I actually think that this would really work. This would talking about a revolution, I think this would really freak everybody out, including the participants. And that is, nobody vote. Just don't vote. So you have, and that goes from your local, I'm going too fast again, get too excited about this. That goes from your local, just on voting day, don't go. Just don't go. The thing of it is that, let's just take an extreme example, okay? It's November, whatever it is, 2008, and it's time to go vote for a new president. And there's been a coordinated effort to have everybody not participate. There are some people who maybe haven't heard about this effort, or maybe those who don't really understand what it's going to do, because it's been burned into all of our brains that, God damn it, we have to vote. And that's how we get our voice heard. Well, yeah, we get our voice heard in lots of ways. We can get our voice heard by doing things, and we get our voice heard by not doing things. But just think of it. Say you have your two basic presidential candidates, and one candidate gets 10 votes, and the other candidate gets 9 votes. Who wins? I mean, can you declare a winner with 19 votes out of a population, a voting population of 150 million? Even maybe not even that extreme. I mean, I don't know where a line can be drawn to turn an election into a farce, a joke. But that's, I can't even imagine the reaction that not only the politicians would have, but in my own heart, that makes me feel strong. It makes me feel real strong. And it's power. Non-cooperation is power. And it's a power that they cannot take away. What they can do is they can force. And wouldn't that be funny if, part of the reaction to this, because, I mean, something like this being as popular as it is, prior to the election, they pass a law mandating that everybody vote, and that if you don't, you'll be thrown in jail and all your possessions will be taken away and you'll be fined and blah 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 blah. This is the same thing that happened in India with Gandhi, and the guy was able to mobilize 300 million people. 300 million people. One person moved what is now the entire population of the United States. I don't know if it was 100% participation. I've never gotten any data on that, but it was enough. And again, I don't know what enough is to turn something like an election into a farce, into a joke, into just something so ridiculous. It's like, whoever the candidates are, one candidate got 9 votes, the other one got 10 votes. So the one that got 10 votes is the President of the United States. Is that how that would work? I mean, yeah, I know there's an electoral college and all that. I'm simplifying things a little bit here. But wouldn't that just be great? Wouldn't that just be, just don't vote. Just don't vote. That would be such a strong message, because in all honesty, I don't think that the results of that election could be justified. I don't think that you could declare a winner. I don't think that you could. I really don't. So anyway, stuff to think about. I personally haven't voted in probably 10 years, and that's about as long as I've had this idea. Part of the other reason why I don't vote is because there's nothing worth voting for, or nobody worth voting for, and I don't agree with voting for the lesser of two evils. I think that is irrational. So I don't vote. I refuse. Absolutely refuse. I can. I'm registered as an independent, and I keep my registration up to date. I make sure that I'm on the list, but I do not vote, and I will not vote. And I really think, as I said, that if the vast majority, I don't know, 90, 95% of the population didn't vote, things would change, things would rock and roll, because then they and we would both know who's in charge and who has the power. Something I feel very passionately about. That and growing veggies, planting apple trees. Okay, peace everyone. Take care.